248-539-9797. So that's one thing everybody's yelling and screaming about. The other is Bill Belichick not getting into the Hall of Fame. I'm not. I'm gonna play the role here because you know how I feel about individual awards and things like halls of fame. I don't really care all that much, and I don't know why I don't care. I think Bill Belichick is a victim of being rude to the people who voted all the years,
which is ridiculous.
Yep.
Yes. I do care about halls of fame. I like the integrity of a Hall of Fame. I'd like to keep the integrity of halls of fame. I was happy that baseball only allowed 2 players to get into the Hall this year from this current list of players they had. That they didn't just expand it. Oh, we're gonna and loosen what their guidelines are. Although year to year it seems to change. So when Bill Belichick comes along and he's eligible for the Hall of Fame and he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, you just ask yourself, you start shaking your head. What? Really? Because you didn't like him as a person? Because you thought he was prickly, or you didn't like that? You know, they had the videotaping scandal and all that, or you thought he, usurped some of the rules. You can't ignore what a success he was. What, 6 Super Bowl championships?
Yep.
The record was amazing. A phenomenal coach has left his legacy and left his mark. And you're going to say, yeah, he's not a Hall of Famer. I mean, that makes you as the writer, the media person, whoever, because it's not all writers, as the media person who's got to vote for the Hall of Fame, you're a little too precious to start putting your own stamp on this and saying, well, this isn't how it is. Your own morality on it.
I guess
this has always been a problem.
I guess one of the things that I think this is all really not that important is because I think he is going to clearly end up there anyway. So what difference does it make?
Well, but here's fair enough. I mean, that is entirely possible. I would expect him to get in because he deserves to be in. And if he's not in as a first ballot Hall of Famer, my question is, what are you doing? Why? Why do you not vote him in? And but then as I'm asking this, I'm also realizing that's what they want. They want you to ask. And
that's
then
what that's what who wants.
That's what the voters who voted against him, they want you to know, why didn't you vote for him? Because it's so ridiculous that Bill Belichick would not be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Well, what the hell happened there? That's the obvious question. But you know how I am. I get a little spiteful. I'm like, well, I'm not going to give you the oxygen to tell me why you didn't. I think I can glean my own reason. And then I'm going to point it right back at you and say, you're the precious one. You're the one that's making a stand for something stupid, and you look foolish. And I don't need to hear what your explanation is, because Bill Belichick is without a doubt a Hall of Famer.
248-539-9797. It's Karsch and Anderson. Let's go to Stacy in Commerce. You're on 97.1. Hello, Stacy.
Great show. Go Blue. Hey, Bill Belichick, the reason he is not in and the reason he should be in is his girlfriend. He should be in just for getting her. I mean, that's a classic move right there. But the reason he's not in, they're all jealous, those bastards. I mean, he is a crabby klutz. I know that.
That is funny.
It is what it is. It is funny.
I look, the guy is. I remember somebody told me that they think they only got votes for the Hall of Fame because they were nice to the media. And I think he was brutal with the media. He grunted answers back. And not everybody who votes is. The other thing, though, is any Hall of Fame that has a limit at how many people can get in each year, arbitrarily set, maximum of 8, feels to me like that's also a weird criteria that already brings into question whether or not it's.
I think most of them do.
Do they?
I think.
I don't think so.
But it's dumb to have that.
Whether they do or they don't, I'm not a fan of that.
What if 5 first ballot Hall of Famers retire the same year, but you're only allowed to let in 3? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. And then the voting process is dumb too. They can't just vote for everyone they think is a Hall of Famer. They only can vote for a certain amount. The whole process is flawed. And I think my prediction is they change it after this.
248-539-9797. Feel free. This is the forum and the time to yell and scream about high school NIL or Belichick not getting into the hall at his first chance. 97.1.